Hi dear friends, welcome to my channel. It's Akshad Arya by Devraj. I hope you guys are working towards to improve our communication in English. So due to some reasons, the yesterday video was not updated. Yes, yesterday and day for yesterday video, two videos were not updated. So I hope you could working and study and reading the newspaper each and every day without miss. So let me start today's newspaper. Before going to start the newspaper reading, I would request you guys to please subscribe to my channel, like and comment. So please like if you like the comment, if you like the video, and please share with your friends, colleagues, and neighbors. So let me start today's newspaper reading. Yes, guys, let's start today's newspaper reading. Let me open the newspaper, The Hindu, which is very important for the preparation of the competitive exams. Let me open the today newspaper, the Bangalore edition. So let's start reading. Yes, so this is today newspaper. Let's see what's in the newspaper front page. Growth may exceed 7% in financial year 23. Georgi Gospodini wins award. India to get faster supercomputers. So destabilizing confidence in the rupee, withdrawing 2000 notes in food judgment. Madhwal's 545 put Emma in quarterfinal. One killed houses tortured in Manipur. 19 opposition parties to boycott parliament inauguration by PM. Sidelining the president not only a grave insult but also a direct assault on democracy. They say Biju Janata Dal YSR Congress to attend a May 28th event. 28th event, yes. KSTDC airport taxi services to go online soon. UT Khadra elected Assembly Speaker. Wouldn't let anyone more India Australia Times PM. Man accused of hazard falls to death. Family alleges police murdered him. What is this? The Bommanali police area in the dock after a 28-year-old man accused of assault reportedly fell from the third floor of a building to escape from the police. However, the family of the deceased, Mohammad Hussein, alleged that the police pushed them from the building while taking him into the custody and demanded that a case of murder should be registered against the officials. The incident occurred on Wednesday afternoon when the police, based on a complaint of assault, went to Hussein's house to detain him for questioning. Hussein had allegedly assaulted a girl in the neighborhood and created nuisance in the area. According to the police, when they went to take him into custody, Hussein tried to escape and in the melee jumped from the building and sustained severe injuries. He was taken to a hospital where doctors declared brought him dead. The Bommanali police have registered a case of suspicious death while the family of the deceased has accused the police of murdering him. ICT Academy of Kerala Chief Executive Officer. Water Adalat to be held in various parts of the city today. Soon KSTDC airport taxi services to go online. Southwestern Railway record sized gross revenue in financial year 2022-23. Fear flooding forces Techie to leave 1.08 crore villa and cuff up rent in lakhs. Many residents living in flood-prone Sai layout at Kurramau have also relocated to escape flooding. BBMP readies audit report of 13 and pause. 255 trees uprooted, 1050 branches broken in 3 months in downpour. G20 delegates take bus ride in city to explore Bangalore city. 48 reduce, reuse and recycle centers inaugurated. CLAT 2024 to be held in December. Khadir is the second youngest speaker. The five-time MLA who first won in a by poll in 2007 has not lost an election. Is also the second MLA to become a speaker from Dakshina Kannada. CLP sets a target of winning 20 Lok Sabha seats. CM and Deputy CM leave for Delhi to hold talks on cabinet expansion. True colors of Congress on guarantees exposed. Head of JDS introspection meet today, Devegowda tries to instill confidence in party MLAs. Ramblings of rift between Suresh and Patil continue. The long hours of study, the exams, the applications, the entrance test, everything becomes easier when you have clarity. Career counseling. Former Minister murder case, CBI slams Telangana CBI's order. Conclave recommends use of anti-drone technology atop Tirumala Hills. Kerala Cabinet approves 30% rise in plus one seat in 7 districts. Money spent on education will not lead to bankruptcy, says APCM. Kerala full officials start preparations for 2024 elections. 2024 LS polls. 12 pilgrims injured in Tirumala Ghat road accident. Letter to Chief Minister Han College asking students to watch the Kerala story. Literacy project that helps migrant workers overcome language barrier in Kerala. Celebrating 2 years of current Assam government, a new dawn in education sector. After Karnataka, more lessons for the BJP. Ties that bind. Let's read this editorial page, guys, and let me understand what is in the editorial page. Written by Shashi Tharoor, Startham, a member of the parliament. The Congress party's overwhelming victory in the Karnataka Assembly elections has put paid for now to the grumbling that followed its earlier resounding defeats in 3 state assembly elections in the northeast. In Meghalaya, Tripura, and Nagaland, those setbacks had again got doomsayers proposing the fading away of the party. It is not only clear that such obituaries were woefully premature, but that there is no obvious challenges to the Congress as the principal opposition party in the country, and the only one with a national footprint to rival the Bharatiya Janata Party. The campaigns, the results the results of the assembly elections in Karnataka were even better than most supporters of the Congress had dared hope. 135 seats and over 42% of the vote share in the party's best ever victory this century. In a state which had twice returned BJP governments in the last decade, the Congress' strong campaign on the ground focused on local issues of governance, development, and social justice, including the demands of the lower castes for a fair share of the 5 guarantees issued by the party were specific, targeted, and practical, and focused on real answers to public discontent with unemployment, inflation, and unemployment. It was easy to point to the contrast between the 40% commission government of the BJP versus the 100% commitment that the Congress offered. The party also benefited from the popularity of its state leadership, especially but not only that of the former and now reappointed Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and his new deputy, State Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar. The party's national leadership, especially party president Mallikarjuna Kharge and Gandhi siblings, played a constructive and hugely effective role, supportive of state leaders rather than being dominant. One the whole most political observers agreed that Congress ticked all the right boxes. On the other hand, the BJP did not. The BJP's stint in power in Karnataka had been lackluster and marked by both corruption and non-performance, which fueled a growing desire for change among voters. The BJP government had been criticized for its handling of several issues, including the economy, education, and healthcare. It had no real answers to the evident anti-incumbency sentiment that was widespread throughout the state. It's now a customary politics of centralization failed. The BJP's Delhi-based top-down campaign, directed in the names of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, both half whom dominated the 40s outreach, had no answers to the Congress' strong local leadership on the ground in Karnataka, which prevailed over the outsiders and their national themes. The BJP has usually touted the benefits of a double engine circle with the same party in power in Delhi and Bengaluru. The public, having seen the misfiring of the two engines, prepared to trust the Congress alternatives. There was clearly also mercifully a failure of the politics of polarization. The halal, hijab, love jihad, and land hijab Hindutva messaging seeking to promote a divide in the state between Hindus and Muslims did not work against the promise of effective performance and local issues directly affecting the interest of the ordinary voter. The visible attempts to demonize Tipu Sultan and to invent two Wakaleka assassins who were supposed to have killed him without a shred of historical evidence to support such a ridiculous assertion showed a party stuck in the past when the voters were concerned about the present. Was the BJP has thrived in northern India by railing against the injustices and humiliations of history, which shows a little awareness of the very different history of the South. Aspirational voters need leaders who promise them a better future rather than obsessing about taking revenge on the past. The full side, much has been made by some commentators of the fact that the BJP's vote share did not, in fact, drop below the 36% it had claimed last time. The implication is that the Congress gains came largely at the expense of the Janata Dal, which with 19 seats has been reduced to irrelevance after having twice enjoyed the ministership because of its role as the swing party that could push one of the national parties into power. It would be unwise for the BJP to take reviews in such calculations. Mathematics cannot explain the overwhelming repudiation of the BJP government, nor does it compensate for the evident lack of chemistry between the BJP's anointed local leadership and the electorate. This has sobering implications for the BJP in the five state elections that remain this year, and even more so in the general elections scheduled for 2024. The Indian voter is tired of rhetoric and weary of other media saturation of the BJP's messaging. She wants tangible benefits in her daily life, not unaffordable cooking gas cylinders, prices behind her reach at the local market, and unemployed sons hanging about the home. It was no accident that women voters overwhelmingly preferred the Congress to the BJP in Karnataka by 11% preference after 10 years of Moditwa. Will they not hanker up to change again in Delhi as they did in Karnataka? In Karnataka, the BJP's electoral formula looked tight. The parties tried and tested appeals in the last decade, having combined into a messaging the language of communal polarization and cynical social engineering, with an emphasis on well-paid schemes for which the voters are supposed to be grateful. But Indian politics is like a bank which only runs current accounts. The earlier achievements disappear into fixed deposits that are taken for granted and no longer figure in the calculations of voters, who are principally concerned about their present conditions and immediate post prospects. In these circumstances, the BJP needs something new to offer. In 2019, it had Pulwama and Balakot. What does it have in store for 2024? The other paradox is the reverse of the cliche. Nothing succeeds like success. The BJP was too successful in 2019 for its own good. It had results in several states that it cannot possibly hope to replicate in 2024. It won every seat in Gujarat, Haryana, and Rajasthan. It won all but one seat in Bihar, Karnataka, and Madhya Pradesh. It recorded best ever performances in Bengal and Maharashtra. The political scenario in each of these states says that BJP will at best drop to between 222 and 250 seats in Lok Sabha unless it is unable to make inroads in areas where it did less well in 2019. But there are not too many possibilities for upward growth in the areas where it is already strong. A word of advice: Karnataka results oblique the BJP had to ask itself a searching question: what does it hope to offer India's voters next time around? Doubling down on its offers limited rewards since it has probably touched the ceiling of the votes it can win through polarization. Surely the best chance of Mr. Modi lies in a return to the 2014 formula of development and economic growth, bolstered by advances in the technological India stack that have been winning global admiration. When a Pakistani video blogger gushes about Indian chai wallas with Paytm QR codes on the cards, our bankers rave about the unified payments interface as a payment system that is superior to the internationally dominant SWIFT. The BJP can point to achievements that have nothing to do with the toxin of communalism. It has injected into the veins of our society. That is a more credible message to seek re-election on than history or hatred. But it may be too much to hope for. So this is about the Karnataka's election result, and which is won by which Congress party won. The next, a Middle Kingdom dawns on India's west. Mahesh Devi, retired Indian ambassador and Arabist, is president of Eco Diplomacy and Strategy, said Delhi based consultancy. The 32nd Arab League Summit held in Jeddah was unique in multiple ways. After 12 years, all 22 Arab states got together again, with 17 of them represented at the head of state government level. The summit readmitted Syria and heard the Ukrainian president. A special invitee, the first summit Jeddah declaration was moderate in political optics and showed a realism for the contemporary socio-economic challenges facing the Arabs. Although it highlighted that staple for Palestinian agenda, it conspicuously refrained from mentioning Israel by name. Similarly, all Iran-related issues were omitted. Instead, it called for stopping foreign conferences in the domestic affairs of Arab countries and categorically reject all support for the formation of armed groups and militias. There was no mention of any non-Arab issue, including Ukraine and the oil market. The Saudi angle. These subtle nuances would hint at the emergence of Saudi Arabia and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman as the main arbiter of the Arab world's agenda for the foreseeable future. During the months of the run up to this summit, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman took several steps to declutter the kingdom's regional agenda. He had triple summits in Riyadh with the Chinese president. Relations with Iran were normalized, aiming to end nearly 45 years of hostility and religious rivalry. This reduced the friction among their respective proxies in conflicts such as Yemen, Lebanon, Syria, and Iraq. In particular, it has raised hopes for putting an end to the civil war in Yemen. The kingdom's Vietnam since 2015. On the other hand, ties with the United States have been stabilized. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman III has adroitly chalked out a middle path to take the Arab world's leadership currently in a vacuum. Egypt, the usual pretender for Arab leadership, is a precarious economic state as the kingdom has curtailed its resistance, demanding greater financial accountability. Syria and Iraq are still battling their internal demons and Iranian interference. By reconciling with Iran through Chinese mediation, but without a US node and wing. Riyadh has asserted its diplomatic autonomy. The move seriously undermined Washington's attempt to demonize Tehran and its nuclear program and put into question the rationale of its economic sanctions regime. Direct ties with Iran have also reduced the importance of Qatar, Iraq, Oman, and Pakistan as intermediaries. Further, by re-engaging Hamas ruling Gaza, the kingdom has sought to replace Qatar and Iran as the main benefactor. This should help de-radicalize the Palestinians. The kingdom's instinctive animosity with Israel has been replaced by ambiguity, as is in no hurry to join the Abraham Accords. In recent weeks, Jeddah has become the venue for peace talks among warring factions in Sudan. Riyadh advantage. In this ongoing quest for Arab supremacy, Saudi Arabia has the advantage of its economic heft. In 2022, its GDP grew by 8.7% to reach 1.1001 not 8 billion, more than twice as large as the second place United Arab Emirates. Already the world's largest oil exporter, Saudi oil income grew by 51% to reach a record 2828 billion, giving it a sway over both the organization of the petroleum exporting countries and OPEC, much to the West chagrin. With the global oil market facing high volatility, only Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil company, has adequate spare capacity as the global economic turmoil raises the cost of post-crisis regional reconstruction. Riyadh is emerging as the first go-to destination. However, the kingdom's rapid ascendance to the pinnacle of the Arab world also faces several challenges. First, the kingdom's foreign policy has been through several lurches since the Jamal Khashoggi episode in 2018, and greater maturity and consistency would be needed to make it more effective. Second, the various initiatives toward regional reconciliation have not had to become irreversible and could still unravel. Third, the kingdom's ties with the UAE and Qatar are friction prone and could exasperate. Last but not least, while Saudi Arabia is internally stable, the likely anointment of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman as the next Saudi king could be a disruptive and distractive development. India's tax. India has well-known high stakes in the Arab world, particularly in the neighboring West Asian region. We therefore need to acknowledge the importance of this incipient geopolitical shift was the developments very carefully realign our strategy accordingly and vigorously pursue our national interest. Although we enjoy cordial and substantive ties with Saudi Arabia, these are still below the potential and need periodic upgradation. To this end, we could consider several bilateral initiatives. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman should be re-invited for the India visit postponed last year, as his unlikely presence at the forthcoming G20 summit in New Delhi can be leveraged bilaterally for these purposes. Separately, we should synergize the bilateral strategic partnership council at various levels, leverage the potential for energy complementarity, work together more effectively to secure the region. Anti-bilateral comprehensive economic partnership agreements such as India, Saudi partnership for by building socio-economic infrastructure both bilaterally and regionally, and raise our participation in various projects under the kingdom's ambitious Vision 2030. This is about the India and UAE relationship in the past and the present. Brinkmanship. Republicans should not put partition goals ahead of the greater public good. The fundamental value of the rupee, industrial investment, the Kerala story, the perception that Kerala is investment unfriendly has faded over the years. Exports, imports shrink across many nations of most items. Modi must convene talks with Maidi's tribal leaders, Congress. Manipur tribal body calls for separation of hill areas in the state. 19 opposition parties to boycott inauguration. ED searches online gaming companies for FEMA violations. One killed houses tortured in Manipur. Independence of judiciary is part of basic structure of constituency. GDP growth is expected to exceed 7% estimate in financial year 23, says RBI governor. On India's initiative G20 to take up effect of graft on women, wouldn't let anyone mar India's Australia ties. Yoshi asks opposition to rethink decision to boycott inauguration. Himantha replies to criticism, says CMs had opened legislative assembly in building instead of governors in a few states ruled by rivals of the BJP. I would like to tell the opposition that this is a historic event. This is not the time for politics. Boycotting and making issue out of a new issue is most unfortunate. I appeal to them to reconsider the decision and join this historic function. Spectre, which symbolized transfer of power in 1947 to be installed at new parliament. Have a letter to PMO set half such for Senegal. Manian Swamy opposes Saul Fleet for passport. India is set to triple speed of its pauses to computers. Netflix goes against practice. Streams censored beat. Global body keeps in a chassis waiting over political meddling. Indian Arjun man arrested after crashing truck near White House. More than 20,000 men died in Bakham, Bakhmat battle, says Wagner chief. Pakistani government mulling possible ban on Imran's PTI party, says minister. Tina Turner, what's behind what's love got to do with it? Dad at 83. China appoints new envoy to US in sign of foreign ties. Ron DeSantis launches US presidential campaign to challenge Trump in primaries. Remember our history, recognize our labor, see Sri Lanka's Malayaha Tamils. FDI flows likely to rebound only from 2024 to 25. Nomura. ICQ4 net surges 5-fold to 13,191 crore. Lakshyan Pranay score upset wins. Sindhu Srikanth also advance. We could have chased it better, says Titans Vijay Shankar. I can be a very annoying captain, says Super Kings Dhoni. Madhwal's 5 blows away LSG. Had confidence in Conway like tap in me. Sri Shankar retains his title in Greece. Jaswin takes silver. The drama of Pathirana stepping out and stepping in. Shastri wants both Ashwin and Jadeja in Indian playing X11 for the WTC final. The former India coach says the wide left by Bumrah will hurt India's chances and she should counter it by picking another spinner. Celebrating 2 years of current Assam government promise delivered. It is delivered. Australia coach MC Donald crashes doubts over awareness future. Sonia as commentator. Skoda Kushak. Transforming rookie bowlers into star performers. Dhoni's man management ability and the sustained support from the Chennai Super Kings coaching staff has seen many talent go on to achieve bigger alloys on the international stage. Kardi's uncanny ability to swoop in on an opportunity sets him upward. Making agri commodity value chain sustainable is tough. Animals of intermediate mass travel first to see scientists. The cells that are naturally made for each other. News in numbers. The cost of one crate of egg in some parts of Manipur. The number of internally displaced Sudanese citizens. The number of electric cars, however, will hard to its India fleet. The number of troops who died in Bakhmut battle. The market value of LIC investment Adani stocks soar. One copyright infringement and AI. How do US courts determine whether a use case is considered fair use of infringement? What is the anti-warrel foundation case? What have the courts decided on the case, and how does it affect the future of generative artificial intelligence? Know your English. A mental health awareness month. How to cope in the age of anxiety. All over the world, mental health needs are high, but responses are still inadequate. Here we trace the work of writers and of psychologists who have tried to explore the relationship between diagnosis and treatment. So last page, and Microsoft is one of the most prolific tech companies in the world, is like which hand the corporation its products and other ways personalities associated with it. Yes, I'm going to hand this video. Please subscribe to the channel, like and comment. Have a great day.